Let's understand the price puzzle. What drives the market in this video? Have you noticed mango prices jump in summer or flight tickets rise before a holiday? These everyday changes are the start of our story and they affect our pocket and choices. We begin with demand. Demand means how much people want and can buy at a given price. Wanting is not enough. You must have the money to pay. The law of demand tells us that when price goes up, people buy less. And when price falls, people buy more. Think of Shrivalli and mangoes. At 150, she buys 1 kg. At 100 rupees, she buys 2 kg. And at 50 rupees, she buys 3 kg. Individual demand shows one person's choices at different prices. We can list it in a table called a demand schedule and draw it as a downward sloping demand curve on a graph. Market demand adds up every buyer's demand at each price. If several buyers behave like Shrivalli, a price drop creates a much larger total increase in quantity demanded, so the market curve looks flatter. Several things shift demand even when price is the same. First, the price of related goods matters. Substitutes like tea and coffee can replace each other, and complements like printers and cartridges are used together. Second, income changes matter. If families earn more, they buy more or choose better quality goods. Third, taste and preferences change demand. What people like or dislike shapes what they buy. Population size and its mix also change demand. More children raise demand for sport shoes, more working adults raise demand for formal shoes, and more elderly raise demand for comfortable shoes. The idea of diminishing marginal utility explains why the more you have of something, the less extra enjoyment each new unit gives. This makes people less willing to pay for extra units as they consume more. Seasonality and trends change demand too. Festivals, weather, and school seasons make some goods more popular at certain times, like sweaters in winter or sweets during festivals. Finally, expectations about future prices affect demand. If people expect prices to rise, they buy now. If they expect prices to fall, they wait and buy later. Now let us look at supply. Supply means how much sellers are willing and able to offer at a given price. Higher prices usually encourage sellers to supply more. The law of supply says price and quantity supplied move together. More profit at higher prices draws producers to make more and may bring new sellers into the market. An individual seller's choices at different prices make a supply schedule. Plotting it gives an upward sloping supply curve. For mangoes, supply is low at the season start and rises mid-season, lowering the price. Market supply sums all sellers' offers at each price. The total supply curve is also upward sloping because more sellers or higher prices raise total quantity supplied. Supply can shift for many reasons. If related goods give better profit, producers switch production. More sellers increase supply, while better technology lowers costs and raises supply. Producers' expectations matter too. If sellers expect higher future demand or prices, they may hold back supply now to sell later at higher prices. Market equilibrium is the point where quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. At that price, there is no shortage and no surplus, and prices tend to stay steady unless something changes. For example, when price is 100 rupees, the quantity demanded and supplied might both be 12 kg, so that is the equilibrium price and quantity. If price is too low, we get excess demand and pressure for price to rise. If price is too high, we get excess supply and pressure for price to fall. In the real world, equilibrium keeps changing. Events like the COVID-19 mask rush showed demand can spike and push prices up until suppliers catch up. Hotels also change room tariffs by season and time, sometimes many times a day to match demand. Who helps when markets fail? Governments step in to protect fairness and public welfare. They can set price ceilings to cap maximum prices or price floors to protect minimum wages and income. Governments also stop unfair practices like monopoly, hoarding, and black marketing. Regulators like the central bank, consumer authorities, and telecom and market regulators keep markets fair and transparent. Public goods like roads, parks, and national defense are usually provided by government because private firms may not supply them. The free rider problem shows why shared goods need public funding. Too much government control can also cause problems. Price caps below market levels can reduce producers' incentives and cause shortages. Lots of rules and permits can make it hard to start or run a business and harm innovation.
So, what do we learn from this?
Demand and supply together decide prices. Markets move toward equilibrium, and both private choices and public action shape outcomes. Markets are dynamic, always adjusting when conditions change. Let us quickly remember, demand is buyers' willingness and ability to buy, supply is sellers' willingness and ability to sell, equilibrium is where they meet, and government steps in when markets fail but must be careful not to overdo it. Keep exploring examples around you, like vegetable prices, movie popcorn, and airline tickets to see these ideas in action. For more easy explanations and practice, gently explore related lessons on EduRev and keep asking questions.